sitting down for good.
You were just sitting down in the car.
I was driving.
Oh yeah. What was I about to say? They said, can you ask if you work at Restaurant Coffee? What's that?
Order number 96, 100.
Yes.
You did?
That's one of my students. That's I was assistant principal. That's where when I moved out here.
Really?
That's where I worked.
What's your name?
Yes, it's Mr. H. I told you when they found my podcast, right?
No. Oh, Mr. Hannons. Yeah, this is Mr. Hannons. That's what we used to call him too, Mr. H. Genesis.
Oh yeah, I thought you.
Okay. He said he know Genesis. He said, No, just kidding.
They used to think I was mean sometimes.
Was he mean?
I wasn't mean. Only when they got in trouble. I think I was a cool assistant principal.
No, when he worked with us in LA, he was very stern. He would just walk in there. They'd be like, "Here comes Mr. H, Mr. H." He just will walk around and just stand there, and then he'll do one of these,
I did that to them too.
and then just walk out. Oh, that too. That's. Oh my God! He would snap and make the whole class be quiet.
Yeah, I did that to them.
Your tea is clocked.
That's why you gotta be careful what you do because you don't know who's watching.
Yeah, no. I want to say, I've been working with kids for so long, some of them bumping at the club with me sometime.
That's awkward.
It's very awkward.
But that happened to me, but I was young when I was working at the school, so he wasn't that far off in
Yeah,
age.
exactly. They said, no, he was funny. He just had tough love with us. Oh.
But they weren't as bad as our kids were in LA.
Ooh, LA, our kids in LA, we could literally cuss the kids out. And that's literally the only way that they would listen. I know I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would definitely. We would
'Cause
like at
all
guest
that-
prep. You can't cuss it down. You would be in a.
No, our kids, you had to, like,
you had to sit your ass down.
yeah, you had to say that because they that's how they understand. You could try and be like, hey, I need you to sit down. They would not. You wouldn't last at that school.
But I only did that until I broke that barrier. You remember Jalen?
Yes. Which one?
When they used to call grown man Big Jalen.
Yeah.
Like he was young, but you know he's at he just graduated from San Diego State.
Really?
So he was the one. Remember they used to talk about him being special ed, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Thought he wasn't gonna do nothing. He ended up getting a scholarship to Sarah.
Damn.
Got a scholarship to San Diego State.
I think I
Played
remember.
football and just graduated. And he was doing better than all of them that used to talk about him.
He played really good. He was good in football.
Oh,
I
he was
remember
a
that.
beast.
Yeah, I remember they wanted him at Sarah.
Yeah. So because I started going to his games and I still keep up with him.
Thank you for the follow, Malaja Wilson. Thank you for the follow, Dior34.
Oh, I wasn't listening for our number. 121.
I wonder do they only play his music here?
I think so.
Really?
Which makes sense.
Huh? Wait, I still gotta show you this guy. Gotta find his name.
Order number 107.
Damn, 107.
You don't remember? You don't remember? Okay, so you remember Mel Mel's friends, right? There was Mel Mel, Devo, Eddie. Remember Eddie?
Vaguely, yeah.
They had sister Eddie Princess and
Okay.
the other one, Elizabeth. That's the one that you said they need a hug one time because they was acting crazy at Frederick Douglass. So So Eddie, Princess. Eddie was a quiet one. I don't know what Fiji's. I forgot Fiji's real name. But you don't remember Andre?
Probably, you know, sometimes when I gotta see that face because I done had so many kids.
Yeah, you have Andre. You'll remember Sky though because he's the one that used to come into class. Hold on.
I wonder what Milner's up to.
Oh, I talked to her. She used to watch Bali. She works at Disneyland.
Okay,
Yeah, anytime you go there, you need to get in for free.
that tracks.
Huh?
That tracks.
Yeah.
What does she do there?
She works in a gift shop.
Okay.
Yeah. And her daughter Jada is like, I want to say in high school or about to go to college. She's like old enough to work and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Remember she was like on Top Chef as a kid?
Like Top Chef Junior or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I didn't know what number that was.
Okay, so here's Devo.
Oh, he grew up. Abigail.
That's Devo. Devo Melna.
They don't both got. I didn't think either of them was gonna be that tall.
Number 97.
Devo was so small for so long. Okay. Dang, you guys, look at Mel Mel when he was young. Can they see? Dang. Look at Mel Mel. Can they see? That's crazy. Look at Devo. This is one. Here we go, Devo. Look at Mel Mel. Dylan.
Number 123.
Eddie.
102. 104.
Here go Eddie right there.
That's crazy. Well, that hair been wild since he was little.
No, for real. No, you gotta see Andre who I'm talking about. Dang. Oh,
I need to come out to Atlanta.
Shy. Remember him?
Yeah.
And he had a little brother named Andre. And his dad used to come up to the school all the time. We had a lot of meetings with his dad, like all the time. How is Andre? I haven't not seen Andre in so long, you guys. I said if my mom made this burger a 3, I'm not going.
You said what?
They said if we rate this a 3, they're not going. I want to try to eat the burger like Agent ate his burger.
Why?
Huh?
You gonna choke?
I know. What is Andre's Instagram, you guys? I don't even know.
111. Please be in your seat.
I can't think of Andre's dad's name. Thank you for the follow Beauty Live on Life on Live, Life on Live, Life on Live. WSG Motivators. What is Andre's Instagram? Oh, you know what? I can find. Vision 4, that was their.
Order number 107. Please be in your seat.
Is that us? No, we're more like 121. Oh, this is it. Remember him? That was her little brother. W200 in the chat.
133.
Thank you for the follow. They love OG. Thank you for the follow, Nikki. Jay Larica. Ikba. Renastia. Ray Anastasia. When all the words are put together, I literally cannot. What's the youngest out date? What's the youngest you'll date? Oh, is this my
It really depends on maturity level.
maturity level?
I prefer somebody like 40.
That's the youngest you'll date?
I prefer that. I mean, if you're around 37, 38, something like that, I might consider. I mean, again, it depends on if you mature, you got some life under your belt, you know, your perspective. Is it good?
Right.
Yeah. So around that age,
What about 30?
30?
30's young. 35?
Strong maybe, but it's not a no. It depends on where you are. You're like, because the thing is, what you want and how you think changes at different stages in your life.
Right.
Right? Like who I was at 35 is way different than who I am right now in my
Right.
40s. You feel me?
I think it's the same.
Huh?
I think who you were at 35 is the same who you are now.
No, the way I express myself is the same, but I've got a lot of my perspectives have changed a lot, and so I would prefer to allow somebody to go through that phase in their life. Like I'm not saying it's wrong with anything is wrong with that. Like you want what you want right then,
Right.
but then why be with somebody who wants something different?
Okay, that makes sense. I would probably, the youngest I would date is like 35, 37.
Uh-huh. You don't like who's older than you?
Oh shit. Older than me is crazy.
Why?
I mean, if they don't look, I don't know. Older than me is like 50.
Okay.
I mean, a couple years older than me is good. But like 50 is like, you know what a 50-year-old looks like?
Me.
Not yet though. But you're one of the, you don't have kids and stuff, so you don't look stressed out and stuff. But have you ever seen people our age and be like, damn, they don't look, you know what I'm saying? We look kind of young for our age.
I mean, I've seen people that's, that I went to school with that are my same age. That's like, but overall, I mean, but life does that to you sometimes. Some people
Yeah, they
don't
said-
take care of themselves the same way.
That's exactly what they said. People let themselves go by. The time they hit 50, they just don't look right. People stop taking care of themselves. Somebody said, damn, I almost made the cut. Nah.
So it all depends on where you are. So I'll say it's not a no. It's kind of like, okay, let's say if I met somebody and they didn't tell me their age,
That's what happened to me.
but we vibing and everything seemed cool, and then you find out, it's like, you like, word, I would think about it, but then as time goes on,
Yeah.
so one thing women don't like about me is I move hella slow, right?
Oh.
I don't rush into anything.
So it shows they feel like you're not interested.
Some feel like that, but people want what they want when they want it. But also, I look at it like this. Most relationships don't make it. Over 50% of marriages end. And a lot of that is because people rush in and you don't really
You just
know
gotta
them.
fight for love. Fight for what you want. Fight for love.
You can't. I mean, yeah.
That's what it is.
You can, but also you got to
Just
know.
take the logic out of everything.
No.
Take the logic, everything you learned about relationships, all the logic, everything, throw it out the window.
Absolutely not.
Okay. That was just worth a try.
If that's the case, like, you would be in a relationship with everybody you smash.
Not
Like, think about it
necessarily.
this way. If you lived your life based on everything you felt, you would be in jail.
What? In jail? What kind of jail? Real jail? I think he's optimistic, but he's too optimistic. Like, he could write a book on relationships. Like, a lot of people my age are set in their ways, so it's hard to date. It's hard to date people.
All right, let's see what a $15 burger tastes like.
Okay. Oh yeah, you gotta try it too. He ate that whole burrito already.
That's what you're supposed to do. It's just a burrito.
It's a lot of burrito.
That's a growing young man right there.
All right.
Who wasn't bullshitting with his food.
They said let them cook. You got to be optimistic. So you can't go into anything with that mindset. Men think logically and women emotionally, and most of the relationships end because us women think too emotionally in certain situations. Yeah, I think we should
Yeah, you can't go by how you feel. So, like, our whole discussion earlier was all about feeling, right?
I like living that way. It's so much better.
Cool, but you got to remember, you're not the only one in that relationship.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And so that's why I was saying, like, men have feelings too,
Yeah.
but we can't make decisions on how we feel, right?
Right.
And so, like, a lot of the shit we do for you, do you think, like, if somebody got up and was about to harm you, you think we feel like fighting them? You think we feel like always being on alert? You think we
Yeah.
feel like paying bills? You think we feel like listening to your day all the time? We don't feel like doing half of that shit, but we do because we love you. What a lot of the problem is when men start to talk about how they feel, we get called sassy. We get told I'm not a therapist. We get told to heal. We get right. So a lot of women don't want to carry the burden of what we feel because it's heavy,
Right.
right?
It is heavy.
So it's kind of like we're charged to come and take what you feel, like, hey, give it to me,
Uh-huh.
and add that onto what we already feel, with no place to go put it. So I don't live like that. If I don't have somewhere to put it, where you can hear, and we can both do that for each other, then I'm not gonna do that, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna be one of these dudes. Because think about this. Do you know men overwhelmingly commit suicide more than women?
No.
Yeah, so suicide rates are way higher for men than women. And that's a stress, life, all this other stuff.
They said men get called sassy when they give attitude,
Yeah.
not if they are depressed. A lot of men have emotional intelligence also, so he's in tune with himself. That's all.
And are actually very emotionally intelligent. We just don't share it, which is a sign of emotional intelligence. Why feelings if I'm gonna get shot down? I'm protecting it.
That's
So
what makes
it's-
girls selfish because they think with their feelings. It says men's mental health is low-key underrated.
So literally Men's Mental Health Month.
It is?
Exactly. Exactly my point. Yes. Right. June is Men's Mental Health Month. But what do we celebrate? Pride Month. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the emphasis is on,
Pride Month. It's a whole month for mental health?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. All right, you gonna rate the burger?
Yeah, let's try this burger, you guys.
Do you want to bite into it at the same time?
Wait, we're gonna show you guys what it looks like.
You got the grilled onions on there, the 2 smashed patties. The bun is a nice soft little brioche type. I'm not a food review guy, but you know, I'm trying to do
I
my
wasn't
Keith
even gonna
Lee.
do that.
Right, all right, you ready?
And
three.
It's very soft. We gotta pray first over our food.
Precious food, this is food we're not about to receive, that is set apart and sanctified for the nourishing of our bodies. If any harmful or deadly thing be in it, we render it ineffective. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Cheers. Troy, get your burger out.
He like, man, I'm full. You gotta take one bite just to taste it.
If I take one bite, I'm gonna just eat the whole thing.
Hey. We gonna hold on, we gonna bite. I mean,
I was waiting on me.
All right,
yeah.
ready?
All right, 1, 2, 3. It's a good burger. So for me, too much cheese. I taste a lot more cheese in the burger. So I would get one less slice.
Order number 145,
But other than that,
eliminate the rating.
recommend. What you give it? She dancing.
Oh my god. The best burger I've ever had.
Hello?
It all blends together well. The sauce is amazing. It has pickle in it for a good crunch, and I really don't even like pickles. I love cheese, so cheese me, please.
Order number 145, eliminate his rating.
This is good. I'm not even lying. Whoa, he already ate 3 bites. What do you think, Troy?
It's good.
And he just had a whole Chipotle burrito.
Yes.
126.
What's good about it?
Everything tastes fresh. It's like the right amount of cheese.
Yes.
Everything is perfect.
And it's soft. It is definitely fresh. It's like it's like a great
Might be the
version.
best burger I've ever had.
Yeah. It's
I gotta
really
get straight
good.
though. I should have asked for a drink.
No, that burger was good, you guys. Yeah. Definitely the burger is different.
Release.
Look at the line in here.
Order number
I'm not trying to be whatever,
133.
but this is Bun B spot, and there's a lot of white people here, so this must be a good burger. No, that's not my boss. That's my friend. Thank you. You gotta try this.
And the fries are crispy on the outside, soft on the inside.
Exactly. I'm greedy. I didn't even rate the fries. The fries are perfect.
One time on.
Yeah.
Put the fries in the belt this time. I forgot I took the.
These are really good.
Yeah, the fries are better than I thought they would be.
Here's your
Fresh lemonade, still got the seeds in
this
there.
lemonade is different.
It's fresh. It's actual lemonade.
Oh my god.
Now I don't like this big ass straw though.
That was kind of weird. That was weird drinking out of this big straw. It's like it forces you to drink a whole bunch of lemonade at once. I'm full.
Order number 135.
Troy, I feel like this is deja vu. I feel like this is a deja vu. Like I made you eat a burger or something before when you were full.
I wasn't really that full, but I already had like a lot that I would be good for a while.
135, 137.
This is good.
That's how you eat for a nap.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna sleep good when I'm not fucking not good.
137.
It says, is the bread sweet bread? No, it's not sweet bread, but it feels like that. What kind
Brioche?
of bread? Yeah,
It's like a fresh.
What's
It's real fresh and real soft.
Yeah.
It's not a stale bun.
exactly, and everything just blends together.
And then the burger, like the juices from the burger a little bit, kind of get into the bun a little.
I want to say mesh, but I feel like
Yeah.
that's a really fat word to say.
No, it meshes real well.
It meshes.
It's not soggy, but it's just soft and fresh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tony. Miss Tony, it's dry fasting. It's fasting today. Hold on, Miss Tony. I want to fast with you. I'm gonna do a no water fast. I mean, all water fast.
You don't drink water.
I'm going to. I'm gonna drink water. Okay? Okay, guys. I'm gonna try it. Sorry, Miss Tony. Every day I try to fast, but I'm supposed to not tell nobody. I'm supposed to just do it.
140.
Fries is good.
Order number 140.
What is Get Money Galado talking about? If he's on some weird shit, ban him for 5,000 years. Yeah, no, this bread tastes like the Hawaiian rolls. It's not sweet though, but it's the texture of it is really soft, really, really, really soft. Ban binge buddy forever.
145.
Okay, let's start the fast. Wait, tomorrow? You guys want to start the fast tomorrow? Let's do it as a chat, you guys. Only water for 3 days. And we can do it. Well, we're supposed to do it. It's supposed to be a spiritual thing, but if we do it, we can just like try to just drink water. I mean, we can drink water for 3 days. Don't eat anything, and just really just see if we get clarity on stuff that we want to do in life and stuff like that. Let's try it.
If I do that, I can't talk to nobody for 3 days.
Really?
You know how angry I'm gonna be?
Water, not water, not water and watermelon, just water. You guys, our bodies can survive without food for 3 days, and then if you get some sort of, if you need energy and strength, you just pray. And then if, wait, what do you mean? Why can't you talk to nobody? Because you're
I'm
gonna
a
be
snap.
angry.
Somebody gonna be like, "Hi, mind your fucking business." Like, how you doing? What's it to you?
All right now,
Alright.
say it.
Okay, you gotta catch me. I'm probably gonna say it if we see somebody.
All right now, child,
I'm not gonna get a drink. I could have got something to drink.
get that, get this. Oh,
Are you gonna order one or you want this? You sure?
what time do you want to check in tomorrow? Let's do Hold on, what's tomorrow? I guess it doesn't matter. There's
These
no
fries are
perfect
real
timing.
good.
They are. But you know, I had that surgery in my stomach, so I can't only eat so much. Did I tell you that? Yeah,
Would you get the band or something?
something like that. It was a sleeve. I got that and a tummy tuck. I do have mods.
It's a what?
The same person talking shit is the same person that said I need mods. I can. But we're not going to focus on that because we don't care, right? We are going to say. Okay, I already banned them. I did it myself.
What happened? What they say?
I don't know. Something. Oh. They just keep saying like disrespectful stuff. He said if I was a mod, he would have been gone for 45,000 years. You gotta like create a healthy chat and not acknowledge the stuff that people say.
Yeah.
Just ban them. Thank you, real 1860.
It's crazy. People do get on the internet just to say negative shit.
No, it's crazy. I used to care, but sometimes it just be like, you gotta think about who's saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Are these people really like? Everyone's like, oh, you shouldn't have gone to Funny Mike's prom. You shouldn't. Bro, you weren't even invited to Funny Mike's prom. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you shouldn't have went. You shouldn't have went. You shouldn't do this. Why are you telling me what I shouldn't have done? Like, I went as a family with my kids. They did not have a problem with it. They told I wasn't gonna go. They told me I should go. It'll be good to get some content there. But then I got everybody on here talking about, oh, don't go. Like, who are you? So it's like, you know, people are just
Talking shit outside the club and you can't even get in.
hey, exactly.
You should do a segment on that. It's called Talking Shit Outside the Club.
Yeah, for real. Would y'all ever date or thought about it? He got too many rules for me. I wouldn't make it through the front door.
Who got too many rules?
I said, you got too many rules. They said, would we ever date or thought about it? I said, nah, I'm not clean enough.
One, how you figure I got to name one rule that I have?
I know how clean you are. I'm like, not that clean. I'll clean up the next day. Yeah, you're very structured. I have a problem with structure. You know that. I almost got fired. Well, you were my supervisor at one point. He was my supervisor at one point in time. He was my coworker, and then he got promoted, and then he had to tell me what to do, and it pissed me off.
I got kicked out of the classroom.
Yeah,
I
we
was told
talked
I
about
couldn't.
him behind his back because he was. We were like, "Oh, Mr. H is coming." He used to be cool, but now he's a dean. But yeah, I was.
And I didn't even change up. I didn't do nothing.
No, you try to. You didn't change up. You try to remind us you was still cool. You was still Barzini, but we knew. You was talking. I could have got fired still. You did warn me a
And you
lot.
know what the
you
miss?
did warn me a lot.
Yeah, I was always trying to tell you on the low. But the worst part of that is if they would have fired you, they would have made me do it.
I would have never talked to you again. I'd have been like, Mr. H, come on.
But
now.
I told you.
I
Matter
got
of
three
fact,
kids.
remember when I told you what they was going to do to you when you came out of the house? I was like, they're gonna try to. I was like, you got to do this because they're gonna try to fire you.
Well, I'm not. I can't. It's hard for me to work real jobs, anyways, because being on time for one is so hard for me to do. Damn, I was so broke. I remember coming to work. I could only afford gas to get to work, and I knew one of you guys were gonna give me money to get home. I don't think I ever asked you. It would always be Miss. It would always be Milner. W. Thank you for this. Thank you for the sub. Miss Tony, thank you so much.
I mean, we was all going through it. Remember when I didn't have a car?
Oh, I remember that. You didn't look like you didn't have a car though.
Nah. I don't go around saying, hey, I ain't got a car. I was Ubering back and forth.
Was there Uber back then?
Yeah. And the cost, what I was paying in Uber was a damn car note.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was doing that my freshman year in college.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking Uber like back home to campus.
Yeah. So it's like,
Yeah, Barzini is very structured. I live my life very free. I don't pay attention to time very much. I miss a lot of flights. I waste a lot of money. Yeah. He would hate me.
you probably pack an hour before you're supposed to get on the flight.
Yeah,
And I'm probably packed a week before I know I'm supposed to go.
exactly. But if you
So
pack-
like, this is what my life looks like.
Oh my god. Oh.
You have a schedule?
Like,
He has a schedule with messages checked up. That's nothing what my life looks like. What? That's inspirational though.
from the time that I get up, but I coach people on how to organize your life.
I need to. Can you be my coach?
Yeah. It's
Life
real easy. Like,
Is it a life coach or an organizational coach?
same thing. Like, life is organization. Like, the basic thing is this. If you... What?
158. The order's ready. You bring your receipt from the
Huh?
couch.
Huh?
Oh my god, I need a coach.
And it's all
You
it
would be a
is.
great life
It's
mentor.
like this. And I'm going to give y'all a free game right now. Your days should be planned out the night before. Right? Or on a Sunday. Or Saturday. Saturday evening. You should go from Sunday through Saturday. What do you have to do with your week, right? As you go through your day, when people give you something to do, you got 5 seconds to capture it, right? If it's an idea, it's just about writing shit down. Write it down. Don't rely on your memory, right?
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh, write it down. Tell yourself when you're going to do something and then do it. So if I'm like, hey, Wednesday, I need you to blah, 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 blah. If you have a schedule, you can go right there to Wednesday. Boom, it's already right there. So Tuesday night, when you're like, before you go to sleep, look at your Wednesday schedule. So now you can rest. Your body and your brain is at rest because the average person wakes up and like, okay, what I got to do today? And you rush in to get up and do right. But if before you go to bed, you do something as simple as take your clothes out and have them ready that you're going to put on, like the first day of school. Like, what am I going to wear tomorrow? So now that's one less thing that I got to worry about when I wake up. What am I going to eat? I thought about that the night before. I might go set it out or whatever, right? Like, boom, I already know I'm going to have eggs and bacon. I'm going to wear this. And you just free. You know what I mean? When I get to work or whatever I'm going to do, I already know what I have to do. And as you do it, shake it off. I also put my responsibilities, I front load my week. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that, I'm hitting it. Because by Thursday, I'm coasting into the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just if I can see my life from a bird's eye view, it's easier to accomplish and I'm less stressed. So it's like capture what you have to do and then do it.
And I have a kid now too, so it's so much harder.
Yeah.
And I have 3 kids that I work with, so it's like it's last minute. Deshay, I need you to help me set this stream. Deshay's like, Mom, I need you to help me set this stream up. These are things I need. I need this.
Right.
I need this. I need this.
But that's why you need structure more than anybody because so when you have a schedule, right? It's not just about sticking to the schedule. But if you already know what's coming, it's easier for you to reroute it, right? It's like, oh, my baby got sick.
Right.
Yeah, it's less stress. So it's like, I can look at it, blah, 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 blah.
Ask Troy. Every day, Troy will be like, what are we filming tomorrow?
You should have that schedule.
And I'll say, I think I'm doing this video. He'll be like, okay, what time should I come by? And to me, that's too much. I don't know. Ask me like tomorrow.
You should have a structured schedule though. So it's like, what time do you normally record, or what time do you normally?
I don't have a normal time.
I usually just ask the time for tomorrow, so I know like how late I have to stay up.
One time I said I'm thinking 4. I think he was there at like 3:59. He's never late. He's always there at the time that I say.
The Uber be taking long, so I'm like,
oh, you do Uber, huh? It'd be perfect timing. How do you do that?
Leave early.
I call it probably like I check it like an hour before the time, and so like depending how fast I get there, I'll wait till like 30 minutes before I call it or something like that. It's like 12 minutes. I'm like 12 minutes.
Or schedule the Uber. Like, hey, I need an Uber at 11:30.
I just don't be ready. When he comes over, I'd be like, I don't think I'm going to film today. He'd be like, oh, okay. But
Yeah, no, we're going to have a session.
it feels like work. I think
not work.
I'm one of those people that
Yeah, I'm about to say, I feel like this isn't work. Like, you just broadcast your life. It's easy.
The thing is, everything behind the scenes of that's the work.
Yeah.
no, sometimes
I don't look at it as work, though. I like
Right.
sometimes it's a mental thing too, because I'll be sitting around and I'm like, oh my God, I got to stream or something like that. And it's just like, what am I going to stream? Like today, when we were having that conversation, I was like, let me just go get my camera and we can come up with, and it actually turned out good. I didn't think they were going to tune in like this because usually like when it's new people, they don't, a lot of times but
Yeah, no, I schedule up everything. That's just how my brain works. Because it's easier to be creative when you're structured. And then those days when you don't feel creative, you've already planned it out when you were feeling creative. So like when we're talking about what we're going to talk about on the pod, we plan that out months in advance.
Yeah.
So or when I'm doing my vlogs, I have my topics for the entire year already mapped out.
damn.
So like, let me see.
So do you like spontaneity at all?
Yeah. You see, while I'm out and I'm supposed to be at home working.
I see you didn't go ice skating.
I didn't.
The real Jalen Clark. Thank you for the follow.
Okay, so look, right here I have a folder for blog posts. Categorized. Production sheet. So here's my topics.
Nowhere.
So here's all my topics. Here's a link to my notes for the topic.
You got a lot to say.
Here's like, did I complete the outline, like the things that I'm supposed to do for it, and to check that off if I'm done. So
that's crazy. Look how y'all look at this. I'm not even gonna lie. This is kind of look at this. Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna go all the way down here. I was about to say. That's crazy. That's good though.
Yeah, but that's 108. So that's
It says I have alarms on my phone that just ring to ring at certain times. Me too. I have alarms on my phone that say affirmations, and I get annoyed by the affirmations and I turn them off. I'm like,
but
damn.
yeah. So that's the real challenge. It's
Show me
not.
how good life can get.
It's not the planning. It's the obeying the plan that's
They
hard.
said this man could write a Bible if he wanted.
I've written 2 books, but you knew that.
No,
Yeah.
no, I didn't. What's your books? I'm sure you'll show me. I'm sure it's in your phone. I'm sure that's what's taking 97% of your storage. The book.
No. What am I looking?
He gives military. Were you in the military? No, his dad. He had a really great dad, you guys. Ever since I've known him, all he does is talk about his dad. He shows, when he goes to his dad's house, he posts pictures of his dad's pantry. Super, like, oh, your book is on Amazon? Hello, me. Nice to meet you. The Journey to Self-Discovery. I bet you that's a long book. How many pages is it?
Like 150.
Oh, that's not that bad. Champion Traits. Developing the Winning Mind. That's actually good. You should do How to Get Over a Relationship in 1 Day. Everyone will buy that book. 3 days.
I don't think 1 day is possible though.
How to get over a relationship in 3 days.
That's possible. That depends on the depth of the relationship, though.
People be hurting out here. I went through a relationship that I never thought that I would. I never really hurt in a relationship, you know. But
the fastest way to get over a relationship is to allow yourself to get over the relationship. Like, too many people try to do things to not think about it or distract themselves or date somebody.
That's what I be telling me. I be telling you gotta sit through that.
Yeah,
no, they had me Googling how to stop crying, how to stop being sad, how to level up, how to stop hurting, how to get over a breakup. I'm Googling this on, what is it? On
Google.
No, I'm searching it. I'm looking up YouTube videos.
Oh.
Like, asking ChatGPT, that shit is crazy.
But can't nobody tell you how to feel.
It says, oh, I've known him for, how long have I known you?
Ooh. Let me see.
Since Mel was in 7th grade.
7th grade, yeah.
So
he was what, 13?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 9 years. Almost 10 years. I still count on my fingers, you guys, because I don't know how to do it. Executions key. Self-discipline. They said self-discipline 101. ChatGPT is the MVP right now. I know he wake up peaceful knowing he got everything written down on what he has to do. I don't. I'd be like, oh shit, I got shit to do.
I don't rely on my brain for shit.
Life coach on Twitch. Twitch life coach. You should do it.
Mm-hmm.
1 day is wild. You'll never get over. That means you never liked him at that point. Yeah, usually I get over relationships.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say never, but sometimes you're over somebody before you break up. Like my last relationship, I was over her before we actually officially broke up.
This is, you remind me of Keisha Cole's manager. Like, his voice sounds like her manager. W friendship. How to get over a relationship is realizing there are more fish in the sea. That's not true, because that's how the relationships end, because everyone thinks there's more fish in the sea all the time.
There is.
They feel like everything's replaceable. Nobody fights for love anymore. No one fights for a relationship.
Two things can be true. Like, yeah, you can fight for love, but
His name
people
is
also...
Barzini Speaks. Hey, let me put this. I'll just try to put... So, okay, if you knowing me, what would be your relationship advice for me?
Depends on where you are as far as relationships. Like, I would ask you, what do you want and why do you feel you don't have it?
Too deep.
That's a coaching session, huh?
Yeah.
So what we do? We'll do a call and a recording, and then you can post the parts that you want.
185.
And just post clips and cut out the deep parts.
Person I want. I don't have anybody that I want. I know qualities that I want in a person. I know what I want them to look like.
Well, you know what? I could say this.
Over 189.
Advice would be what I've done. I got rid of lists.
I'll add his Twitch when he makes one. They want you to make a Twitch.
Okay. I don't know nothing about Twitch, but I'll make one because they asked.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to be my Twitch coach.
All right.
So it's like, I love a professional running a company, got a business. She probably ain't going to be Sally Homemaker cooking every night.
Right.
But I also like Sally Homemaker cooking every night. But if she's doing that, she probably ain't out running the business. Now, sometimes you get both. Sometimes. But it's like, it's about what you value and at what point in your life this person comes in. And also, what do you need at that point in your life, right? So if I got business cracking, maybe I don't need, you know what I'm saying, Boss Becky, right?
Right.
Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think
you bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
And I think a woman that dates you has to bring a lot. She has to be pretty put together.
You just have to be secure. Like, you have to be secure to be with somebody like me, right?
Yeah.
And you can't be guided by your feelings. I'm not saying don't have feelings. I'm not saying that we're not going to talk about your feelings.
You don't baby your like women.
I'm not gonna baby. You're an adult, and I'm not gonna think for you. Now, that's not saying. I'm not saying though when you're feeling something that I'm not empathetic and comforting. I'm not saying that, right? So it's kind of like, let's talk about how you feel.
Right.
And after we talk about how you feel, let's talk about what's real.
This is the music playing fits this conversation. Okay, this is what I want. This may not be realistic. Can I be completely like if I had a checkbox, right? Tall, dark, educated, spiritual, like the God kind. A person that takes lead. A person that babies my emotions.
Okay. I'm one for that's one because everything was me until you said that part. I was like, I got 3 degrees. I'm 6'2", dark skin, a third generation PK. Yeah. But let me ask you this: why do you want someone to baby your emotions?
Because I want someone who I always have to be reassured. You know what I'm saying?
But is that not? But is that babying?
I wouldn't say that's babying.
Not babying, but I do want to be always
values your emotions.
Values, but like constantly gives me reminders. Like I want to be constantly reminded that I'm his girl, or like I'm on his mind, or something like that. You know, I want to be thought of constantly.
So that can be daunting, though, right? So think about him.
Yeah.
In the sense, like, damn, did I reassure her today? Right?
Yeah.
At some point, like, you're expecting him to feel something that you need to be working on. That's something you need to go to therapy for. And I'm not saying that as a shot, right? But that's clearly your need for validation is something that's internal.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not saying like he shouldn't be reassuring you, but for that to be on a checkbox every day, like, okay, did I do it? Did I do it? And then you're upset when he doesn't do it because it's like, hey, I got some shit going on.
He should feel that way, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
should?
I want him to feel that way.
But those are his feelings. You can't tell someone how to feel.
No, that's what I would want him to do. I want him to feel, because I would check on him and make sure that he's fine. And
okay, but that's different than what you said a second ago, right? Like,
I'm not a very I'm not good with my words.
No, you are. You do great. So, what I'm saying is, even that need, right? I think it's dope that you recognize that's something that you need.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a key question that we always need to ask is why, right? I know who I am. I know how I am, but I also know why I am the way that I am, for better or for worse, right? I know what my shortcomings are, and I know why they are my shortcomings. That helps me work on them, right?
So it is acknowledging your shortcomings.
Yeah, you have to be self-aware.
I think I got a lot of shit to unpack. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Because I was trying to go to therapy for a little while. But then I start thinking that my therapist knew me from social media, and I start getting a little nervous.
Oh, that can be tough.
I didn't want to tell her everything. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Well, but you know what? As long as you have a therapist with integrity, because they have to honor client professional confidentiality, right? So they can't go on, oh, Monique is my client. Like, they can't divulge. Legally, they can't divulge that.
If it was like somebody that knew nothing about social media or anything, then I would be more comfortable.
It's 2025.
But just work on the things that I'm saying.
But that's also a hang up.
So like that's hard to find now.
Yeah.
Everybody know about.
And she was kind of young, and I'm just like,
Yeah, but you have to let that go. You got to find a therapist that you can trust. They might know who you are. Okay, cool. But that's part of what you're gonna bring to the table, right? So, like, for instance, I'm not putting this on you, but here's something that I recognized today that would probably bother me if I were you. It doesn't seem to bother you because you didn't react to it, right?
Right.
But it's something for me. Almost everybody we met called you Deshay's mom. Even though you had your own brand, your own, like, your own social media. Deshay's mom. Right?
yeah.
And I didn't interrupt. I didn't want to say, I didn't want to steal their moment. And like, hey, can I take a picture with you? Like, cool. But I want to, like, she has a name. Right? No, that's Monique. Like, acknowledge who she is and her brand and everything else. Right? Now, on the flip side of that, maybe they follow Deshay, and because, like, that's how they know you. Maybe they don't know. So I give that grace. But I'm not feeling that for you, but that's something that I picked up on. And the reason why I felt something like that, because when I was young, nobody ever called me Jason. Right? I was always David's son, Lil David, Lil Sean, who's my brother. Like, I was always a little of my father or my brother. Right?
When I moved to Atlanta, everybody like addressed me from my cousin.
Yeah.
It was like that's little cousin.
But something in your mind says, no, my name is this. Even when they say to shade something, so many people do it that I don't even really have the time. In my mind, I'm like, my name's Monique. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell them that, but in that moment, I'm just like, it's happened so much, so it's just like, whatever. But I was who I was before I had the shade.
Exactly.
Before I had Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And see, and that's tough because, you know, as a personality, as a celebrity, as somebody that's recognizable, you always want to give somebody a positive experience when you interact. You know what I mean? Because then they can go back, oh, she was, you know what I mean? Like, if you correct them and say, my name is Monique, we don't know how they're going to respond, you know? Right. And so that's not a line that I have to toe anymore because I've created my own name. Right. But I'm also not, well, out here, I'm not publicly recognizable. Like, you remember when we was in LA? Yeah. That was something different, right? And so it's different. So you're dealing with a life where, because your life is public, because you stream and everything else, you get scrutinized and criticized for what you do or what you say. Right. You know what I mean? Like, in a video with your kids going to an event last night was somehow something that needed to be critiqued. Right. Or the fact that you wore blue and they had on black was something that had to be critiqued instead of, that's dope. She has this relationship with her kids and is able to enjoy this life. Right. You know what I mean? That she's been able to create. Right.
That is true. It's
because and I'm going to share something with y'all about Deshay's fame. Right. Because of course I've known Deshay before he blew up. She moved to LA to provide the opportunity for her kids to do what they're doing now. Right? Deshay blew, and then he created a way, and through that, the rest of the family is starting to come up. But that could not have happened had she not made the sacrifice that she made to put him in an environment to do what they're doing today. Like, I just heard her talk about, like, she didn't even have money to get home during the building stages. But there was hard work. I say this, Deshay worked his ass off, right? We were encouraging him every day, create every day. And he put in the work, and he was dedicated and loved what he did. He would come up to the school, and all the kids there was a lot of kids that knew him, and they wanted to be in his video. So he was just always on. Started, yeah, just on it. Only had a couple of thousand followers, but he was consistent. You know what I'm saying? But he had a mother that believed in his vision and what he wanted to do and allowed him to do that. So when you see her in the videos with the kids and everything else, it doesn't happen without her. It doesn't. They are not where they are today without what she sacrificed. Now, am I saying that they couldn't have eventually got there? Yeah, but how many moms do you know that have kids that say, I want to be a YouTuber or a streamer or an actor? And they're like, go ahead, baby, let's go. Let's pack up and leave Seattle and move to LA so you can do it. No, they're going to be like, you're going to do this first. And they treat it like a hobby. So a lot of people that are upset, ask yourself, would your parents have paved the way she did for her kids for you to do what you wanted to do? Ask yourself, are you doing today what you dreamed about doing when you were a kid, or are you doing what your parents made you do? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you living to please somebody else, or are you truly going after what you wanted to do? Because too many people are scared. And I made a post about that because and it's funny when I say some dumb shit, like on Facebook, all the likes. But then when I say something that's self-reflective, it's always like crickets. But I made a post and say, how are you mad that people hate on you, or you have doubters when you doubt yourself?
Yeah.
Right? How are you upset that someone doesn't believe in you when you don't believe in yourself?
Right.
Right? And so are you giving yourself a shot or providing for your family the way the Frost family has done for each other? Like, period. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we literally, like, so many moments that, I'm not gonna lie, like, there's been, like, so many moments where, like, Brooklyn's wanted to give up. The Shades wanted to give up. Like, to the point, like, where it's been, like, mentally problems. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to read bad stuff about themselves all the time. And growing up through that, sometimes that can be hard to live through. You know, so it's like we've always pushed each other through tears, through blood, through sweat, like, trying to lift each other up. So when we do have these celebratory moments, like, we do want to celebrate them, even with our fans and our supporters. We do want to celebrate them.
yeah, like, how you get online and tell somebody what they should and shouldn't do with their kids?
Yeah.
When you got kids that's acting the fuck up and somebody else telling them to sit down and don't be saying nothing to my kid. Like, you won't let somebody tell your kids to do right, but you worried about her celebrating life with her kids. She wakes up every day and turns a camera on for a living, and you wish you can do that. Right? Wish you can do that. Making more money in a week than some people make in a year by turning a camera on because they had a vision and a dream to do it. And I'm not saying y'all can't do it, but have the courage to chase your dreams and believe in yourself instead of getting online, criticizing and critiquing what someone else is doing.
Damn. Thank you.
Up top, you know. But I don't know.
Huh?
Oh, shit. What time is it? 1:30? Yeah. I'm going to make plans to come to Atlanta soon.
Yeah, you should.
And while I'm there, I'll make a day when we can just stream all day if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Since you know places to go. Maybe I can get Andrea to come out too.
Yeah, you guys should. That'll be fun.
You know what probably help me if I start twitching? I need to get back on my gym journey too.
Yes.
Because I'm going to show you where I'm trying to get back to. That's where I was.
Damn.
So I want to get back there. Lifting them big boys.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I need to get into the gym. I need to do cardio.
You work out? You work out at all?
I used to like really when I was running track and stuff like that. Like so like I stopped in like my freshman year.
Yeah.
I need to start being back consistent. But
Yeah. I was scared of these motherfuckers. Because I was sitting there and I was like, I want to try. I was like, and I told myself, hurry up and ask for a spot because now you got to do it. Because I had never done hundreds yet.
Those are dumbbells?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
So I got to get back there. But I was showing her like that's where I was when I was consistent.
Yeah, cause I was at like a really good PR like for squats when I was like really working out. I got to like 315.
Okay.
And I feel like that's real good for like my size and my weight and stuff like that.
And really don't worry about how much you're lifting as much as get consistent lifting, right? You know, you familiar with progressive overload? Yeah. So it's like find your weight, and when that starts to become light, when you can rep that like 12 times, or if your rep, when you get to the reps aren't getting slow anymore. Like, yeah, if you can do like 12 straight, like 3 sets, it's time to add, right? Because the end of your set should be struggle. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want to get it to failure. So if you can get a solid between 8 and 10, but the last couple is like, right? That's around where you should be. But once they get easy, it's like, all right, it's time. Yeah. And then make sure you drinking water and eating a lot of protein.
Yeah, you gotta eat protein.
Right. See, because you slim now. I was smaller than you. The problem was I didn't think that I was going to gain weight because my pops is small. But my mom's genes kicked in. And then all of a sudden I was like how much you weigh?
Like 150.
Okay. So 160 and then like 170. Because matter of fact, even when we was I was smaller than this when we was at
No, you were way smaller.
Yeah. Wait, watch this. You better not laugh either.
Oh my god. What?
That's crazy, right?
Wait, when was that?
Shit, I don't remember.
Were you a Kappa?
Yeah, that's what I'm throwing at.
That's you too?
I was in high school here.
What? You don't even look like the same person. That's crazy.
Them ears, huh?
Damn. Yeah, you look. Oh, the JW shirts.
The
JW shirts. Remember those shirts?
Yeah.
Those silky shirts. Damn, you look different. You know what's crazy? If you have a kid, that kid's gonna look like that.
Yep. And then that's like.
Damn, you were swole right here. You lost weight since then, though.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's when I was. I'll get back there though. Because my body.
Big, get back where?
Huh?
You trying to get small like that?
No, here.
You want to be that big?
I mean.
No, you're at a good weight.
Just tone it up.
Yeah,
What you want me to be back here? At the one, this one? Wait, the one I showed you before, this one? Or is that too big?
That's kind of big.
I like that size.
I think your arms just get pretty big. I think your arms just get big, which is crazy.
But that's where before I started working out, I was.
Damn.
So that's out of shape, and then that was in shape.
No, that's crazy. Well, that's a good size. I didn't know you can get that big. What's your call to?
Yeah. I want to love you. You ready?
Yeah. That was good. This was a good choice, chat. Thank you guys. This was good. You know, certain drinks just be good out of the. This is like fair lemonade. No, chat, I appreciate you guys. You guys really, like, rock with me. You know, like, I was scared to start streaming. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit nervous. I was like, I didn't.
You don't know your people?
Yeah. Yeah, I was nervous, like super nervous, because Twitch. I see what my kids go through, and when I brought it up to them, like I'm gonna start Twitch so I can, like cut my YouTube videos. They will be like, it's a lot, and I kept getting that response, so it was kind of like, damn, should I start it? Like, I didn't feel like encouraged. I just felt like they were going through a lot at the time that I was asking, so. They said WCNE. They gave you a nickname. WCNE. Hold on. That was deep. No. That was wholesome. Unc wanna be swole. Unc wanna be swole mode.
I was swole, but I'm trying to get back.
That's too big though. Don't that feel uncomfortable?
Huh?
Doesn't that feel like uncomfortable? You wanna be like,
You just feel better. Like when you're in shape, your energy is better, your mentality is like, it feels great.
W Barzini. What's up, Robbie World? W Zini. W Friendship. W Stream. That's a good friend. He looks like a bigger Will Smith.
I think Will Smith is bigger than me.
He gotta be a water sign. What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn, so on the plus, a Capricorn and Aquarius.
I love Capricorn so much. The shades of Capricorn. He's super, super structured too. Super structured, gets the business, gets the work done. Yeah, Aquarius. And what is a Capricorn? Is that a water sign?
I don't know. I don't really do astrology, so I don't know.
He seems like an Aquarius. They said knew it.